Hello YouTube, and welcome back to something a little bit different again, since you guys seem to enjoy me checking out the brand new Microsoft Store, which I'll have linked in the description. If you haven't seen what the new store is going to be like on the Xbox One, highly recommend you check that out, because this kind of ties in with the not really drastic change of UI design on the Xbox One itself, but it's still kind of a nice change because it's a lot more cleaner, I think. So we'll kind of just go through it, see what kind of changes have been made, and yeah, so you can already tell off the bat some different changes to the highlights of what tile you're on. A bit more smoother animations, looking very nice. And of course, it runs a lot smoother as well. And by the way, this is for alpha users in the Xbox Insider program, just in case you're wondering how I have it and why you don't have it. So I highly suggest joining the Insider program. You get to see a lot of cool stuff early, especially with development of UI and whatnot. So anyways, you can kind of see the boxes are a bit more, I don't know, it just looks cleaner. It doesn't look as much of a mess as it was before. And yeah, it's just a cleaner menu. Notifications are no longer boxed. They are kind of rounded on the corners, which is nice. Similar to how the mini guide is here. You can see how the edges are not 90-degree angles anymore and whatnot. So again, like I said, a lot of, tiny little tweaks. It's not like major UI changes that we've seen in the past, which is nice. It seems like Xbox is finally sticking to a design rather than always completely gutting it and then creating a new one. So it's nice to see that. And we can go look at, they haven't changed this. This is pretty much similar here, so I'm not really too worried about that. But the other thing that's new is uniform profiles, which what I mean by that is customization, basically, or personalization. So if you have, it's not really that big of a deal just yet. I feel like they'll expand it in the future. It's eventually going to come to the Xbox app on mobile. It's not there yet, but I'm sure, well, actually, it might already be there. Let me check really quick. And the answer is no, it is not there. So personalization will come to mobile for Android and iOS down the road. But what I mean is, you see the color in the background here, and if we go over to desktop, you'll see it right here as well. So yay. It's not really that big of a deal, but if you change it on anything else, like if you want a Halo background, you can, oops. Let's save that, and there we go, you can have it there. And then if we go back to console, it should have changed here as well. Let's see if we back out. Again, this is an early build of it, so there we go. Now it'll have the different background on it, and my horrendous looking avatar in front of it. Xbox, by the way, speaking of avatars, can we make the avatars, useful again? That'd be nice, because honestly, hiding the avatars behind all these different pages and crap, I just don't understand what the point of them are anymore. I really hope we get to a point where avatars are fun to use. You can see your friends' avatars easily, like when they were introduced for the 360. Just thought I'd mention that a little bit. But again, if we go back to desktop, there's other little backgrounds too. Forza, Gears, Minecraft, Sea of Thieves, Gamer Pick Blur. So if you're looking for an oversized Winnie the Pooh background like I have, you will be able to get that as well. Let's go back out of the the Xbox side of things again. And if we go to it, you will see a lovely silhouetted Winnie the Pooh, which might be my background. That's pretty fantastic. But of course, it just syncs to everything else. You can see his eye and nose there, and then of course, once it comes to phone, it'll be there too, but honestly, I don't really see what the point of it. I guess just to have a uniformed look, which is cool, I guess. Nothing too crazy and whatnot. So other than that, those little minor tweaks, nothing too crazy, made the menu look a little nicer. But the core mechanics of the UI, the core look of it is pretty similar. This has changed a little bit too. I'm not sure when they changed. They changed this about a month ago or so. I'm not sure if this is on the public versions yet, but all your things here for notifications, you can get quick access to store and whatnot. So pretty nice. It's nice to see that the UI and the overall performance of the dashboard's a lot better, especially in this earlier stage of this build of dashboard. So it's going to be nice when you guys get access to it in the fall, I believe. And yeah, other than that, I think I've kind of shown everything that I wanted to show to you. And of course, you can change everything from whatnot like you could before, which is nice, because as you can tell, I got rid of all the other crap that the dashboard has, like social and blah. I just have Game Pass in store, and it's beautiful. I love it. So hopefully you guys enjoy this small little peek at the new UI that's going to be coming out. I don't really consider it new UI. I consider it a refresh of what we had already, which is nice, because I know a lot of people have kind of gotten sick and tired of Xbox always just completely changing the UI. So it seems like they're finally staying true to this version of it and just tweaking it a little bit. So if you're worried about having to learn a whole new UI, don't be too worried about it. It's pretty similar, just a little minor tweaks to make it run way better than it has in the past, which is great. So with that being said, be sure to tell me what you guys think of this redesign, and I will talk to you guys next time. See ya.